If you're a gym girly with overactive traps, here's 4 exercises you need to be very careful about because they can make your traps even more big and even more overactive. Number 1 is lateral raises. If you do lateral raises and you start to feel your traps, the best piece of advice I have for you is to actually lean forward a little bit, actually tip your shoulders forward because you're less likely to shrug up as opposed to you being upright. When you're leaning forward, you can still hit the lateral delt, but it's taking the traps out of the equation from a biomechanic perspective. Number 2 is rear delt flies. So when you're on that reverse pec deck machine and you're bringing the arm behind you and you suddenly feel your traps, you need to just find a cable machine instead and actually pull at a slight angle, like almost 45 degrees. And that way you're less likely to overactivate with the traps. Number 3 is RDLs. With RDLs, you just need to make sure that your arms are really just hooks. You're not trying to bring the weight up with your shoulders at all. The primary movers in the RDL should be your legs, should be your hamstrings, your glutes. If you find yourself starting to shrug up the weight to help you finish the rep, you're potentially engaging your traps even more. And the last exercise is wide grip rows. So if you're doing a row where your elbow is a bit more flared out and you have to pull behind you like that, anytime your elbow is at that 90 degrees abducted position, you're more likely to also use your traps. So I would recommend you use more of a 45-degree motion or just a neutral grip, but still try to get your scapulars to retract and squeeze. That way you can still hit the upper back without your traps coming in. Those are the 4 exercises you should be careful about. You really don't want to teach your body the wrong habit of utilizing your traps with exercises the traps aren't even supposed to be involved in. That would be the equivalent of training your glutes, but then you end up actually training your neck. I actually want to be very mindful about creating that mind-muscle connection between your body and the other muscles, not with the mind and the traps, because if you start to reinforce that pattern, your traps are going to be involved in everything. So try those modifications, but if you actually want to solve the root cause and actually allow yourself to still want to train in those planes of motion without having to worry that your traps come in, book an appointment with me. I've seen so many people with this issue, guys, girls, gym goers, non-gym goers, and we can solve this at the root cause so that you no longer have to modify and avoid things and just train properly because you actually taught the muscles to behave the right way.